Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys, it's Joshua Reviews. So, if you guys aren't aware, or, well, 2019, I started reviewing shark movies. I did this whole thing called Shark Week, and now we're doing it again. I've been doing it since 2019, and I reviewed a bunch of shark movies back then. And one of the ones that I reviewed was a little movie called Shark Attack from 1999. And, well, Shark Attack from 1999. Yeah, this is not the only movie that has the Shark Attack title, but it is the only one with just Shark Attack, if that makes sense. You know, which is funny because you think Shark Attack is like a perfect title for a shark movie, but this is the only one with the title Shark Attack. You know, every other film has like, oh, something Shark Attack and this and that, like Jersey Shore Shark Attack, never Shark Attack. Anyways, so I reviewed this movie back in 2019, and my review, my old reviews suck. Let's just get that out of the way. I was an idiot back then. I don't know what it was. Well, I'm still an idiot, but you know. Anyways, Shark Attack from 1999. So I absolutely love the trailer for this movie. If you guys haven't seen the trailer for this movie, go ahead and watch it. In fact, I'll try to leave a link in the description for this movie where the trailer is, because the trailer is just so, it's pure nostalgia to me. It made me want to go watch the movie. Anyways, I reviewed this back in 2019, and I remembered liking it. I rewatched it again, and has my opinion changed? A little. Maybe not for the reason you think. I'm just gonna cut straight to the chase. I think this is one of my guilty pleasures. This movie gets a lot of hate, and I think a lot of that is unjustified. It's unjustified. This movie is a time capsule, really, because this is a made-for-TV movie, but it's a well-made-for-TV movie. If you thought that 12 Days of Terror had a great production value, this movie has in my opinion, the thing that I think I like about this movie is the story. So the movie follows, I think it's Casper Van Dien. Yeah, Casper Van Dien. He's kind of this, I forget what he is. He's some sort of expert. He gets called that there's a bunch of sharks in, I think it's India? I have to fact check that. I'm sorry. So he gets a call that there's a bunch of sharks basically swimming in this lagoon, and a lot of, people are dying. Fishermen can't fish. So he goes there. He meets up with one of his best friend's sister. His best friend got killed and eaten by a shark. So his sister and Casper Van Dien, our main characters, they are following the murder and investigation as to why so many sharks are like aggressive and attracted to this lagoon and starting eating the fishermen. Meanwhile, you got this mystery going on about like his other best friend who's he's in the area, and he's like trying to find a cure for cancer, and do they collide? And, is he having something to do with it? Ernie Hudson's also in this movie, and he does an excellent job. I think that is the biggest plus I can give this movie, is the actors all do a serviceable enough job. Yes, it's a made-for-TV movie. Some of the acting is a little corny and cheesy, but I think that's kind of the charm. This movie's not going for any major awards. I think what this movie's going for is that perfect level of B movie material. This is that perfect B movie, and I don't know why. I have a blast anytime I watch it. I've watched it 3 times now, and every time I've watched it, I've enjoyed it, which is surprising because a lot of people I know don't like this movie. The main criticism is that there's not enough shark action, and that is true. There's not a lot of shark action in this film, but that's not really the focal point of the movie. The movie is called Shark Attack, so you're kind of like, okay, isn't that a little misleading? No, not really. And there's a reasoning. The movie is an action shark film. Action movie first, shark movie second. It's a creature feature but it's not really focused on like, I want to say the sharks are more of like, they're not the threat of the film. They are, but we're trying to figure out why sharks are attracted to this lagoon, killing people. That's the whole mystery. No one's going in the water making dumb choices. They're trying to, anytime they go in the water, they're trying to solve a mystery of like, who's putting the sharks in the lagoon? Why are they aggressive? And I don't know, just something about the mystery to this movie. I was really captivated. Something about the performances. They give that perfect balance between cheese and just giving it enough that I'm like, yeah, I'm invested in this. I'm buying this. And I think the chemistry between our two leads are really solid. I was not expecting that for this type of movie. Not to say that there aren't good made-for-TV movies, but, it's just one of those things where it's like, you think, okay, your expectations are set kind of low. And I think going into this with certain expectations, I was pleasantly surprised with what I got, because I'll say this, when the action hits, there's car chases in this movie, and it's fucking fun. The action is very 90s, and I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is very, very good. There's one track in particular where they play the flute, and it's really, really cool. I recommend listening to the soundtrack. In fact, I'll try to leave that in the link in the description. So go check that out, if I remember. Sometimes I forget. Anywho, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect movie. This is not a A-tier movie. This is a B-tier film, but it's one of the better ones. I think issue-wise, I think it's unfair to criticize a shark movie, but at the same time, I think it is also fair to criticize movies. Because there are some films that definitely have issues, and this film is no exception. I think as far as issues are concerned, one or two actors are overacting a little bit. There's one of the villains in this film, he keeps laughing, and it's very cheesy and corny, and I think he was just overacting, just a tad. Ernie Hudson's great, but he's not in the film that much. He's in it a great deal, but not like a lot. And this isn't a spoiler, but I'll just say, when it's revealed what's going on, the motivation for the villain is kind of weak. It's not bad. It's just like, oh, okay. What? Sorry, that's my dog in the background. She's an adorable dog. Anyways, I think the motivation for the villain is a little weak. Nothing like awful, just kind of like, it's serviceable enough. That's the best way I can say it. Also, this is a shark movie. As far as the sharks are concerned, they actually use a lot of real footage for the sharks. There's a lot of stock footage, and they use a lot, and for the most part, I think they blend it together pretty well. Especially, they definitely utilize it better than some of the other made-for-TV shark films. 12 Days of Terror did a perfect balance. In fact, I would say that movie mostly had no stock shark effects, but this movie uses it quite a bit, and I thought it was fine. It didn't take me out of the film. Trust me, when we get the Shark Attack 2 and 3, I have a lot to say on those films, both good and bad. But as far as the sharks are concerned, they do a good job blending together the real sharks with the actors. And there's a few times where you do see a practical shark puppet, which I assume they only had for a short amount of time because you hardly see it. But and I will say at times the pacing is a little slow. There are times where it feels very repetitive. We go to the water, we explore this part of the lagoon, then we need to go to this part and explore that part of the lagoon. Ooh, chase ensues, and then we need to explore that part of the lagoon. It just kind of rinse and repeat, which is why I think when the action hits, it's like, ooh, this is fun. This feels different than the other type of shark films you'd be watching. So, look, is this film perfect? No. Do I think it deserves the hate it's gotten? Absolutely not. This film is a guilty pleasure of mine. It's a lot of fun, and if you can buy into the cheesiness, campiness, I think you're in for a treat. The actors do a solid enough job, and the performances are decent, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this a B+. So stay tuned for my review on Shark Attack 2 coming very soon. I have a lot to say on that movie. It's not good. See you guys next time.